Okay, day two, in which I had a few problems. Obviously, being at the festival and shooting 4K, it's massive files, and I just didn't have enough memory cards to keep up. I had three cameras going, sometimes four at some points, but unfortunately, during one of the bands, when I was backing up footage, somebody decided it'd be fun to push the laptop and the hard drive off the stage, and therefore corrupting a lot of the data and losing a lot of it. Luckily for the sets, I've managed to save a lot of it, but for a lot of the Sunday bands, I just don't have any. I've been trying to save it, and I will continue to do so, but I'm not holding out hope, unfortunately. So a lot of this day, I don't have footage for, unfortunately. Outreach, obviously, they're local to me. They're from Glasgow. They're all really good dudes. It was great to see them open Outbreak. Again, having a kind of youth crew band opening the day. At the first, again, same with Rapture. It was kind of quiet, but as soon as they got into their second, third song, it was really good. It's definitely the best time I've ever seen them play as well. So hopefully they left a good impression and people go check them out when they're down south. Pledge I'd never listened to before, but straight edge hardcore, really fucking good, and good message they're putting across. Not just about kind of straight edge morals, but other kind of things as well, and definitely worth listening to the demo, 100%. Another really short set, but they put across again what they needed to in that short time. Stranded are a band that a lot of my friends go on about a lot of the time. I saw them maybe last year or something in Glasgow, and I thought it was cool, but I wasn't overly impressed. From the new EP they've dropped, they've definitely like put in the work, and it's really fucking sick. It's a really good EP. Comes across really well live. I think they did an All Out War cover as well. My memory could fail me, but I think that's what it was, and obviously just had everyone going absolutely crazy. Day two definitely had a far kind of harder section in the middle of it than day one. Firm Standing Law, obviously loads of guys you'll recognise in it. It's the vocalist of Cold World, Pat from Karla Records, Repentance, all of that lot. Just a throwback to the old school. Again, straight edge hardcore. I was really into it, but to be honest, a lot of the crowd wasn't really moving around. Maybe it's because it's not the music for that. I hope people enjoyed it, because like the EP they put out is really fucking good. It's worth your attention. Obviously it's on Karla Records, so give that a listen. Chamber are a band from Telford, I think, that are doing really well recently. Like they've had a lot of hype, and probably like they had a crazy set during Outbreak, 100%. Like covering Biohazard, obviously had everyone singing up the front, running around. But just as soon as their set started, as soon as the sample finished and Gibbons came in doing his vocals and then jumping off the stage, you just knew it was going to be insane. Guilt Trip are a band that's been working really hard over the last year. Obviously they did the tour with Easy Money, and as well as they're doing some shows in Madball soon as well. I think they might be on the whole tour, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, a band that puts in the work, like they are constantly playing shows, they are just constantly trying to, you know, get out to more people and get to new places, which is really cool to see. And for me, they've got that kind of Fire and Ice vibe. I don't know if it's completely out there, but yeah, it just reminds me a lot of Fire and Ice, vocally and the music, but yeah, it's really cool. Split Knuckle is the best band in the world. That's just it. I do need to say more though. So yeah, Split Knuckle, I just fucking love seeing them. Like, at first, when I was away on a tour and they were doing the last few shows, I kind of looked at the artwork and was like, nah, I'm not going to enjoy this, it's going to be shit. Sorry, Chrissy. But as soon as I saw them live, just absolutely terrifying. Like, the nicest band in the world, and despite how smashed most of them are when they play, they still can play every fucking note, and it's amazing. Joey has one of the most terrifying voices in the UK, and it's definitely one of the most like underappreciated bands just now, basically. We've got an LP out on Rage Records as well, called Ignorance Breeds, and yeah, just that set was crazy. I wasn't filming that well, to be honest, because I was just enjoying myself too much. Revulsion, obviously next, another band up from Scotland as well, so it's good to see a couple of bands coming in from Scotland and playing. Revulsion have been really quiet recently, just due to, I think, member changes and obviously writing, everything like that. But it was good to see them come back at Outbreak. Just again, a heavy as hell set. They're always tight as anything. Like, if they're passing by, go see them. They're out just now with Malevolence and No Zodiac as well, which is a tour that I think they'll do well on, and I really hope they do because they deserve it. They're all really good. Up next, we're Renounced. I fucking love Renounced. Renounced are so good. That's all I really need to say. I mean, obviously you can tell their kind of influences. You've got like Seven Angels, Seven Plagues, Hope's Fall, a bit of Poison the Well, Misery Signals, things like that. But through every release, they just get better and better. They just, as it sounds stupid, but with every release, the heavier bits are heavier and the lighter melodic bits are even better as well at the same time. Their new LP is called Theories of Despair. It's on Carry the Weight Records. The band was amazing at Outbreak, as always. They had a fill-in drummer as Jack. Always seems to injure his hands all the time. But yeah, really fucking good set. They had a girl called Barbara come on and do vocals as well. And just afterwards, everyone said, somebody please get Barbara in a band, because it was sick. They had loads of friends on stage coming to do guest vocals. It was really cool to see. It's always just nice to see, you know, people having fun with their friends and shit. The room did seem a bit quieter, if I'm honest, on day two, up until the kind of last few headline bands came on. I don't know if that's people kind of nursing hangovers or just the variance of style being so different that they just weren't interested in seeing the band. And that sucks, but at the same time, it was still really busy for Announced, and I think we got the reaction they deserved 100%. Next up was Misery. They played, I think, either one or two UK shows before, and that's only been in London, so a lot of people were really excited to see them. Misery, they're kind of going for the same vibe like Higher Power and stuff is. I think they're touring together and stuff, which is cool. But again, they consist of all different members of loads of bands that people in the US that people know, like Kale the drummer, he's in Downpressor, Twitching Tongues, God's Hate. Like, you know it's going to be good. It doesn't matter obviously what band you're in, but you know they're going to be good. Misery put on an amazing set. Just everyone was kind of just dancing, having a good time up the front. Just loads of people singing along, people jumping off the stage as usual. Yeah, just a really sick set. It's the first one I put up just because I enjoyed it so much that I was like, people need to see this, and I knew people would be asking for it. Next up was Broken Teeth. I mean, you know, a band that's probably, you know, one of the longest going in the UK as far as consistently, you know, playing all the time and putting in the work. I don't need to tell you the rest, you know, it's a band that's, you know, worth your attention. They've got a new LP out on Nuclear Blast Records called Peace Amongst Chaos. Just go listen to it. Obviously, if you ever get the chance and you haven't seen them yet, go see Teeth. They always put on an amazing performance. Dale always kind of like jumping around the stage. He knows how to get the crowd riled up. I think he's the only person that can, you know, actually get people to want to do a circle pit, because usually people just kind of stand there. If I'm honest, the crowd wasn't amazing during Teeth. Obviously there was kind of pits the whole way through it, but not in the way that I expected. The last two songs, everyone went absolutely crazy. Everyone up the front piling on top of each other, and you know, that's what I expect. Next up was Knuckle Dust. The only word you can put beside them is, you know, the legendary Knuckle Dust. They've been around for so long, they've done so much, not just, you know, musically, but as far as them involved in the scene in London, things like that, you know, Ruction Records, 12 Bar, everything like that. You obviously saw a lot of kind of the more mature people in the crowd kind of come forward as well. And it was a really good, like, varied age group as well. Just another band like Gorilla Biscuits that everyone come forward and enjoy. The guitarist is just like, he knows how to chat on stage, as does the vocalist as well. Like, you know, they know how to interact with the audience, get them to come forward, talk to them properly, and just have everyone having a good time. Last up was cro-mags, and fuck me, like, I've never been a massive fan. Again, I'm a poser, you know, I don't listen to a lot of these older bands, but just as soon as, you know, they started playing, the stage was chaos. Like, I could barely stand on the stage, just I was constantly getting punched and pushed and, you know, moved around. So the footage is a little shaky from that set, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it captures quite well just how insane that set was. For a hardcore show, it was a long set, and it was like an hour odd, but just everyone was giving it their all the entire time. John Joseph again, another great frontman. There were people pressed in, you know, front. The stage was full of people at the back, like you could not move there. Even the band trying to get on stage to actually play was just insane. Just every inch of that room was packed. Like behind me as well, like people looking between my legs, like trying to push me to the side so they could see the stage. Like, the room was insanely full. I think even more so than probably Gorilla Biscuits was the day before, but obviously I'm not 100%. just continually growing all the time. So make sure if you can that you do go. There's people that come from all over the world. I mean, I know there was like, you know, Australia, all across Europe. I don't know if there was further afield, so I can't say all over the world really, but still, people travelled from all over, and hopefully it was worth it for them. Obviously as well, Straight Alert Records, a sick record label. Alex has put in the work. Hopefully I've not done a terrible job of this, and you've enjoyed. Thank you.